Hi. So if you're watching this video, that's because I need a bit of help with this project, and this is just one of many issues that I'm facing. So what I have here are, just in layman's terms, or at least something simplified, I have here essentially just two chips measuring essentially the power coming in and out of the circuit. And then over here I'm gonna mark it in red. It's just let's say a solid, like a switch with no moving parts, essentially, that a tiny computer there on the right controls how fast and for how long it stays on or off. And this is getting power from a battery, so the power is about as stable as I can get it. And on top of that, this thing right there and that one right there are essentially filtering, so I get a better reading and better values, and overall things should behave a bit better. Well, I'm having a really bad issue with the readings on the first sensor and on essentially the sensor on the left. And the problem is not the sensor itself. I have switched the left and the right sensors. I've switched them places, and I will in this video just quickly. But the problem remains the same. So, as you can see, I already did some testing. I have been doing some testing, and this is the code. I will not bother you with the code, but the chips do filtering and all that sort of stuff when they read, so that part's taken by the chips. Anyways, here's the issue that I'm having. I'm gonna start this. You might hear a click, you might not, but here we go. Okay, as you can see, the red line is very wobbly, while the green line it's pretty much steady. The blue line is essentially just how long the switch stays on versus off. So 0, it's always off. 100 is always on. 50 is on half the time, off half the time. So that's about as simple as I can put it. And I'm gonna rerun this just so you guys know it's not a one-off thing. Here we go, it's going again. And the issue is the same. It's behaving exactly the same. So, for the sake of showing that it's not the sensors, I'm going to switch the sensors from left to right. And you will see that the most thing that's going to happen is the green trace is going to be the wobbly one, while the red trace is going to be the steady one. They're essentially just going to swap places because I'm physically switching the sensors. And now I'm going to reopen the software, so it is the tool here, just because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get the data out of it. Here we go. Now the green is wobbly, maybe not as much, but it's still wobbly. So there you go. It's behaving about the same. Now it might be a bit steady. I will rerun it. And as you can see, it's still roughly the same. They are still wobbly, they're not steady. This is not a decent reading. So that data is pretty much useless to me. I could do a bunch of filtering in the software, but that's essentially just time and resources taken up to do the filtering that I really don't see a point in using for the project that it is. I can probably get by with just the second sensor, the output sensor, but I still need the input sensor, the first sensor, to be there anyways, so I might as well get the functions out of it that I paid for. But yeah, it's essentially this problem. The readings are filtered by the chip, so it's not a filtering issue. And as you can see, after switching places, the line that was steady, it's remaining steady. So it's definitely not a problem with the sensor doing readings. So I have no idea what is going on here. If anyone wants to, I can provide the circuit schematic in the comments or something. I can provide a code, even though there's not a whole lot in here. I did do some manual calibrations here, but those were done with my multimeter and in a different code. But that's still that wouldn't cause this issue, because the readings are pretty stable anyways. And as you guys can see in the graph, the sensor reading output it's always stable. So if anyone knows what's happening here, thank you for helping. If you don't know what's going on here, thanks anyway, seriously. Just thank you for watching, and I hope to see anyone who watches this video next time. Bye.